I'm Nick Shell. I'm the head honcho of hair loss, and I'm the only man in the history of the internet to faithfully apply rosemary oil on my hair in an attempt to prove whether or not rosemary oil actually works. While I'm faithful to you to make these videos, what I'm not faithful to is a certain brand of rosemary oil. This is simply a Derma roller bottle, which there's a link that I'm putting in the description to Amazon where you can buy some of these things. They're pretty cheap, okay? There's nothing special about the brand I'm using. And I'm even doing that as a point to prove whether or not this actually works. I'm letting you look back on all the videos I've made, type in rosemary oil each month to month. You can be the judge to decide whether my hair has got better or worse or ultimately just been the same. So just click the link if you want to see how to get these little bottles. And of course I make it and I put it in here. Before I actually, and I'm gonna apply it in this video. That's something I don't often do in these videos. What I wanna do is a turnaround so you compare this to the other videos I've made. Because now, this is the 19th month. I mean, Christmas of 2016 was the first time I did this, and I've been doing it ever since. So it's a month and a half plus a month. That's how long I've been doing this. No other man on the internet has ever done this from a neutral perspective. They want to try to sell you a certain brand. I'm not. I'm just here to be the human guinea pig to prove whether or not this actually is a thing or not. Now, something I want us to keep in mind, what I'm going to call my Norwood 4-spot that's starting to spawn. And then of course we've got this in the back. So when you compare this video to older ones, I want you to keep that in mind. I'm going to bend down like this. I'm going to bend back like this. And I'm going to let you be the judge on over the course of time. Now my plan in the end is for me to, after 2 years, do a compilation video where I travel through time and show you and let you be the judge. So you get to be the judge. In closing, I'm now going to apply this because in addition, people ask me about these bottles. They've been asking every time I make a video about rosemary oil with argan oil that I use. What kind of bottles? So now that I've answered that question and it's in the description, you can click on Amazon and buy these things. Now, and by the way, if you want to know the recipe, just search that in the search box on my channel, and there's more than one video where I show how I make the oil for this, and like the recipe or whatever. In closing, here's how I apply this every night before I go to bed. And by the way, you know, it's been like nearly 3 months since I grew up my zero guard buzz cut. When I had no hair, it was really easy to apply. But what I'm mainly doing, this is exactly what I do every night, and it only takes a minute. I'm just rubbing it in real good, right along the hairline. Rubbing it in real good right in here. Just kind of like in circles. I feel it comes out pretty well right there. There's my Norwood 4 balding spot. I kind of go back here and I definitely work on this spot. There we go. Okay. So something like that. And I'm gonna feel my, yeah, it's pretty wet there, yeah. I'm gonna put a little bit more in. And it's funny because what happens is as you apply the oil, it actually starts causing separation, which actually makes your hair look worse. See how much worse that looks by the end of the video compared to the beginning? But that's because the oil is clumping the hair together. So that's what I've been doing, and then I sleep with that on all night. And I use a higher dose of rosemary oil than most recipes call for, and I've been doing that. And the concept is it's supposed to be the same as like Rogaine or minoxidil or whatever. How can we ever know? I'm the only man in history to ever do this, and I will continue doing it until I get to the 2-year mark at least. I am going to change history. Let's face it, I'm already changing history. I've changed your life, haven't I?